Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Music Podcast, where today sitting in with me is Kris Vlad. Kris is the frontman for Vlad In Tears, a band he formed with his brothers in 2007, originally from Cassino, Italy. Kris has been living in Berlin, Germany since 2013. He is preparing to go out on tour throughout that country in March and April, after Vlad In Tears releases their ninth studio album, 9 records, on March 8th. It's called Relapse. It's on Metalville Records. Kris, it's awesome to have you, man.
Thanks, man. Likewise.
Yeah, it's really it's a special record. It really, really is. The press release says this record was a collection of stories from people that wrote to you from all over the world, fans, about their struggles, personal battles. That's deep, man. That's,
Yeah,
hearing that stuff.
that's right.
It had to be pretty inspirational for writing music.
Yeah, man, it's been a busy year. Um, I want to thank all my fans, because of I uh I started writing with them, chatting with them. I mean, they reached out to me like so many months ago, right after our previous record, Porpora.
Hmm.
And because of all the stuff I was talking about in that record, they they felt like it could open up to me, better, on a deeper level. So that's what it did. And also it was overwhelming sometimes, because they were really like there were some stories that were so deep, man. I felt like very overwhelmed, and even though I was showing myself to be very understanding, and I really knew what they were talking about and the way they were feeling. And sometimes I felt like I needed a little break, just to breathe and to gather my thoughts and not to get in, to swallow it. And that wasn't easy, because of they wanted me, they needed me, and when somebody opens up that way, it feels like a connection, and you have to be careful maintaining that connection. So as soon as you are not there, even for one day or a couple hours, yeah, man, can get nasty, So people feel abandoned, they feel naked, they feel vulnerable, and there's sometimes it happened, but thank God I was like I was there most of the time, so I could manage, and I handled that pretty well at the end, Yeah.
Uh, it's awesome that what you do through this music. That responsibility. I can't imagine it. It's overwhelming just to hear about it. Uh, is there one song in particular that you related with more than the others, or something that really touched you deeply?
Well, yeah, to me personally, Hear Me Out is maybe the one I have more connection with, because of it's like the song that sums up all that is about, the struggle, personal struggle, and inner demons we all have. So it's like the master song, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
It's the lyrics are very, very deep, and I like the way people reacted to it,
Hmm.
and also with the video, with the aesthetics. I've been working on some visual stuff. It creates a lot of metaphors, and some people were actually, this is funny. Some people get a little scared, um,
That's
but
okay,
yeah, but
right?
whatever, it's okay, it's part of the job, it's part of the process. Some people really need to be reassured that I didn't harm myself, that I wasn't really hurt in that video. Which was, but yeah, still, it's got an intense picture,
Yep.
So that one sums up pretty well what the overall Vlad In Tears is about, that this timeless and never-ending feeling, which is the struggle with our inner demons, they will never stop being there. So the best way to live our lives is probably to accept both sides of who we are. And instead of fighting our dark side, we should embrace it, accept it. And yeah, that's pretty much that,
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful, and that's that's a brave thing, and we do that. It makes it easier through this music, because we have somebody to go through that with, and with you guys, and it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Um, you were asked to describe the music to somebody that's never heard Vlad In Tears, and I have a quote from you, and I think it's a great one. Vlad In Tears music is like a bittersweet kiss and an evil punch on your chest that rips out your heart forever. That's pretty great, man. Uh, you still go with that description of Vlad In Tears?
Wait, why not, man?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, still got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is. It's deep stuff. It's fun to listen to at the same time that it's dark,
Yeah,
and that's it's embracing the darkness, which is pretty cool. Um,
yeah,
when you started with your brothers, Dario and Lex. Um, in 2012, 2013, you moved to Germany. Things change a little in the band lineup. You're back now. It's the three brothers, right?
exactly, man.
Yeah, it's
We're
pretty
back
cool.
together. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool, man. It's been a hell of a ride, actually, because of my oldest brother, Alessio, the guitar player, has
Mhm.
been so swamped, and his own life. He's got a lot of things going on, and I couldn't really keep following us. It was very sad. It was maybe the hardest time ever
Yeah.
because, yeah, I mean, I actually didn't know. I wasn't ready for it, so I didn't know how to deal with that separation. So when I found myself just with Dario, the bass player,
Hmm.
and living in Germany, in country I didn't know at all. I didn't speak the language at all, and there
It's
was there
tough.
was stuff, man. Yeah, there was stuff. So we were kind of broke, and we didn't have a guide. We didn't have space. Like say, we didn't have a good life in the early
Mhm.
years, So we started from zero, and that was tough for real. We started experimenting with several musicians, and it wasn't easy at all because our connection as brothers was like, man, unmatchable.
Yeah.
So everyone else was trying to find some kind of bond with us, and we were doing the same, but something, it wasn't just working, it wasn't clicking. So at the end, we capped, and we stopped playing so many times. Actually, we had so many ups and downs, and that's why the band hasn't been that fortunate, that lucky. But I never stopped. I never stopped making music, even when we were not playing around. And somehow now we're back together. I don't even remember how that happened, but I cannot be man. It cannot be better. It doesn't. It feels like we never been apart from each other, and we're
Yeah.
stronger than ever. Actually, now we got like the magic, you
Yeah.
know.
It's beautiful to see, man. Because you are family. We always think of the bands we love as a family, but you guys really are blood family, and that's it's a beautiful thing to see you guys together again, and making the music on this record. It's an amazing Volunteers record, man. I mean, and
Thanks, man.
it's a little bit different. No synth this time. It's more of a straightforward rock record, if you will. Was
Exactly.
that a conscious decision, or that just kind of happened organically? Did you go in and say, "I want to make a straightforward rock record, don't want to do synths," or did it just happen that way?
Somehow it happened. When I started writing the new songs 1 year ago, I had no idea what I was going to write about and how I was going to write. So I
Yeah.
started just putting some thoughts down, experimenting with my piano. But fun fact, actually, I didn't start working with my synthesizers this time, like I did with Porpora. Back then, I really wanted to get some industrial element and some more electronic stuff in it. So it was like on purpose. Back then, it was very intentional. This time, I just really didn't know. So I just started writing, and then this people and fans started writing me, and I got a connection. So I started forgetting about the music. Even though I had some music already written. Um, I started getting this feeling, and that maybe the idea and the fact that I was connecting so much on a deeper level with my fans and talking so truly with the open heart from all these people made me forget about the arrangements of the songs, made me forget about all the, let's call it, the fake instruments people use nowadays or whenever to make music. So I started writing all these thoughts down, and then I was like talking to my brother Alessio. I was like, man, I feel want to get like on a deeper level. I want a true sound. I want a drier sound. I want our soul to be there this time. I don't want anything to be hidden.
Yeah.
And that's how I started, arranging the songs, and they were like I was singing on it, and I started using a vocal range. I always wanted to use something more rock and less, let's say, sad, but more direct,
Mhm.
and that's how it happened. Then the music was coming, using only guitars, bass, and drums, and vocals was sounding good enough. It was like, man. So when we were recording, while we were recording, and then we were listening to them, to the songs, we didn't feel any need, to add anything, anything else. It was
Yeah.
like, man, this is sounding good.
That's
I
a
don't
good
feel,
feeling. Yeah.
yeah, man. And it was something that maybe never happened before, because also with the producer we worked before in the past, and also when we were like more, we had some records with rockish, were more rockish, and
Mhm.
still we were adding stuff at the end, like to fill some, I don't know, some gaps somewhere, or just to get a different color. This time we didn't feel anything. We felt like, man, the songs are cool. They get through your heart. You get the message clear, loud and clear, and that should do it. So we wanted to keep that thing, that soul. Besides having one song that is only purely electro, but that then I did it before. I did it before the
Yeah.
rest of the album. So it was like it's a special thing. Which actually that song "Goodbye," it's
Mhm.
electro dark song in the rock record, but that song started with from an acoustic version, which is
Okay.
very sentimental. It's very sad, and it's super sad actually. And you can people can find that on the double CD. So on the from the
Yeah.
Funbox version, yeah, Funbox. So you can, if you buy that, you have double CD. So you have the rock version of the whole record and a whole CD with the same songs in acoustic. So
Yeah.
that's special.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty great. I saw that and I was like, this is it's a real organic, like you said, no frills kind of rock record, but it has that other side with when you get the fan box. It's pretty great to get these done in acoustic. So it's got to be a different look, a different sound, takes you to another different place. Pretty
yeah, and
pretty
maybe
special.
it's also one of the reasons why the Relapse sounds so different from the others is that I started writing first on the acoustic version. So
Ah,
that's something that never happened before. So
okay.
I also, yeah, that's actually, that's maybe when I'm thinking about it, I started working on the acoustic version first. So I got like acoustic guitars, some cello from this celloist from Ukraine. This guy is amazing, man. And
Beautiful.
this drums. Yeah, man, very cool stuff
Day
there.
by
Grand
day,
piano,
man.
day by day, right?
Day by oh man, it's just gorgeous,
That's
man.
something,
It's
huh?
awesome. It really is. It's cool,
You can feel it, right? You can feel it, yeah.
man.
And maybe that's one of the reasons why Relapse, also the rock version, sounds so dry,
Yeah,
because he was like effective the way it is, and
mhm.
the acoustic is so special.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, and lyrically, being the lyrical album that it is, with these struggles and these stories and these dark places, um, I think it makes it even more grounded, without, the added synths and more busy things going on.
yes,
It
exactly,
brings out those lyrics a little more, which is really important to this record, I think.
right.
Yeah, definitely. Now
Yes,
production.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, I want to go over the production. You did it yourself, right? You produced the record yourself. I know you worked with Alessandro at Escape Room Records. So tell me, tell me how what he did for the record and how you did it in your studio.
Yeah, so after writing all the songs and the acoustic was ready, we started working on the rock version. So when they were ready, the rough mixes, I talked to to my brothers and was like, yeah, so guys, who's gonna mix it? I could do it like I did in the past, but I don't feel like doing it now. I mean, we should look for somebody else because we were like completely burned, we're grilled, man, and I wanted to get also a different touch, and somebody else could actually get our soul, understand what we're doing and then make it perfect,
Mhm.
So, and I got first contact with this guy from Germany, but to be honest, it was so disappointing because he was playing Diva. So I don't know why, man. I'm not gonna mention his name. Doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't really matter. But this is fun because I started talking to him since we are in Germany. I thought it would be cool, to work with somebody who's German studio and whatever. But this guy, man, was playing such a diva. He was like always rescheduling our meeting and always finding reasons or excuses. My word, it's called excuses.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
just not to do it or that he was busy somehow doing some whatever. Then I was even following on Instagram and YouTube. He was doing just tutorials. So meaningless stuff for now because if he could have a job, an important one. So then after a couple of weeks waiting for him, I gave up. I told him like, dude, you know what? Good luck. Have a good day. I
right.
got to move on. We're
Yep.
wasting so much time. So then also, thanks to social media, I found this other guy, it's Alessandro, because he followed me on Instagram. Then I followed him back because I love recording studios, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So we followed each other, and I was seeing the way he was working. His works were pretty well, man. It was pretty awesome. So I texted him, I sent him a message, and was like, okay, let's see what he says. And it was so nice to him right away, man. He replied very fast and quickly, and it was super nice. And I love that because that's the way I am, and that's the way I do.
Yeah.
You should be nice. It should be. You should feel happy and lucky that somebody asks you to do a job. Because nowadays with the crisis and whatever, it's
Yeah.
always good when somebody asks you to do a job.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah, and it
was
should be enjoyable.
such a
It
good
should be
vibe.
it should be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Should be fun, yeah.
Yeah.
So and then we started talking. I sent him one of the songs. He loved that, and he sent me a sample of the mixes. Man, I loved it. It was like, dude, you got it the first try. I was like, this is it, man. You already have it. You got it. And the job is
Awesome.
yours, man. Just keep working on it. And we were like chatting every day also on WhatsApp because then we got like closer. So we were talking like nice and cool. And he started like he was doing like every 2 days one song, one mix. He was sending it over, and we were like falling in love with the whole thing. And he did it till the end. So he was so happy because he loved the band, he loved the sound, he loved the style. So that was important, because
Yeah.
he put a lot of himself in it. And then you can hear that
Yeah.
because totally understood without so much explanation. Actually, we got it, and we cannot be happier. Actually, did the whole thing in a couple of weeks, and then the whole thing was ready, and there you go, man.
It's awesome. It's great, man. It's great when you
Yeah,
find somebody like that, and I think, you've had other producers, John Fryer did the Underskin
yeah,
record, and you're talking about a guy who's done Nine Inch Nails and him, and Gravity Kills, and that can change the record, or he gets it or he doesn't get it. So you have that other set of trained ears to bounce this stuff off of too. Because I know you get, as I'm a photographer, so I'll look at my stuff and I get really I need another set of eyes because I'm so deep into it that I can't really see it from the outside. And I would imagine it's the same with the music where, you're just on this stuff all the time from some fresh set
exactly.
of ears that's trained. it's very helpful, I would imagine.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
sounds like a real pro. Alessandro at Escape Room Records, man. That's good. It's good that you found him for sure.
yeah, man, that's awesome.
It's a fabulous sounding record. It really, really is. Hello, uh, lyrics in German and English, right? In that one?
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's the story behind that.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was
Uh,
going to ask you. Is there significance to that?
yeah, hello or hallo in German.
Hmm.
Um, has a it's got a story. It tells about me, actually, when I moved to Germany and not in the first building I've been living in, but the one I'm living in now, actually. Um, I I've been experiencing like a little bit of, let's say, prejudice, from some of my neighbors. You know, not everyone is cool as you think. So
Right.
looking at this face, whatever. Got a little some kind of weird reactions from time to time. So I started really getting a laugh about it when I was, somebody was knocking on my door. I was opening like because I was probably, like we do here in the building. Sometimes to get a package from a neighbor and you keep it, just
Right.
take it because the guy is not home, whatever. So we do it, and sometimes it happened. Somebody didn't know where it was, whatever. So they knocked on my door and I opened and they got scared for real, man. No kidding. So they were like, oh, no, just jumped backwards. We're like, whoa. I'm like, what, man? Is everything all right? I don't know. What's up? So, and besides that, some couple girls and guys as well that got totally scared of me. And I know because another neighbor I'm friend with told me that there are a couple of people here in the building that are saying that I'm the son of the devil or some kind of this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sacrificing probably virgins somewhere. And all
Right.
this kind of stuff, and that they shouldn't knock on my door because it's dangerous. I know that on my door and in front of my door, you got a lot of like weird dark signs. You got the signals. There's got like this boo, we are crazy in here. This kind of stuff, like Halloweeny stuff.
Right. Right.
Uh, but I love that, and there's also an old lady. She used to like me. I don't know what happened, but maybe because of somebody else, like I don't know, maybe talked to her and told her about some bullshit. I don't know. But now she's acting like kind of evil or some kind of demon, whatever. Anyway, I for sure I laugh about it. I laugh really. I just laugh and I don't really care. But I thought, like, what if this would happen to somebody else is not strong as I am?
Right.
Somebody who's weaker or probably even more introvert than I am.
Right.
Somebody who's suffering from this prejudice. So besides laughing about it, I wanted to write a song about it. Like, okay, people should know that this could happen. If you find the strength to laugh about it, it's good. But people should be aware that we, the alternative people, if you want to call this way, um, sometimes victims of prejudice, and sometimes can hurt. Actually, can change your daily life and can actually make you feel, worthless or not liked or unwanted.
Yeah.
So insecure and fragile. So that's why I wanted to write about it, and I wanted to write about it in double language, like half in German and half in English, because it belongs to everyone. And I know in Germany here, not everyone understands English,
Right.
and I'm also living here in Germany, so in Deutschland. So I think it would be a clearer message to the German people if I would have sang it in German.
Yeah.
That's why I did it. I
It's
don't know how people are gonna react to it though.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it struck me when I heard it, and you have that voice in the beginning of it and everything, and it kind of does what you just explained. Who's the guy across the hall, kind of thing. Look out. Uh, it's really it's great. I love that. There's a little bit of
And
tongue in cheek humor in it. But like you
Yeah,
say, it can
exactly.
be a dark thing. We have to treat everybody for the content of their character, if you will. You're obviously
Yeah, man.
a great, sweet human being, and the people need to take that time to get to know somebody before you make that judgment. You know, it's a great message.
Absolutely. I want to also, yeah, man. And also, I want to really say a big thank you, Mary, because this friend of mine is maybe the biggest fan over there in US.
Yeah,
She's in Florida, and man, she's been so amazing. So that's her voice, in the beginning.
awesome,
That's a voice speaking. Yeah, yeah, man.
cool.
And when I asked her if she would be part of it, she was like, "Oh my god, man, yes, please let me do it, let me do it." And she sent me over the vocal recording, and I loved it. And we were mixing it,
It's
So there was,
great.
um,
It
it's
is.
absolutely amazing.
It's really
And we're
cool.
gonna keep that. We're gonna get that voice also in the backing tracks when we play live, so people will recognize that.
It's great.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, it's
yeah,
really cool. That's great. And that's so cool that you gave her the chance to do that. She's got to be thrilled beyond all belief. It's really cool.
yeah.
That's really cool. You got a new video for Broken Bones. You recently did Hear Me Out, which, the aesthetic, the whole visual on that, incredible. You love that theatrical thing, don't you? You like making the videos?
Oh man, I love it
Yeah.
since forever.
Yeah.
My father used to be a photographer. So
Great.
he taught me, yeah, yeah, he taught me a lot of stuff about photography, and then he was like telling me that I have the eye. So because of that, when you have like some kind of talent, whatever, I always believe that you need to work in that. So talent sometimes is not enough. You need knowledge. So I started studying on books from people from universities, whatever. So like by myself, just being home, being in the introvert with the books and
Yeah, yeah.
getting a lot of out of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. And then experimenting, trying. And then I remember my father on my 28th birthday bought me this birthday present, an icon, the reflex, the camera, photo camera. And yeah, and he was like, I still have it. I use it every day because I love
Ah,
photography. I shoot every day, man. And I also use it for a lot of videos I did. Yeah,
that's great, man. That is awesome. And I'm an icon shooter myself. So yeah, that's really great that it's attached to your hand. You get addicted to it. It's pretty great. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's really cool. That's really cool. I'd love to, to think about a book, put those images together. I'd love to see everything. That'd be cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome, man. That'd
for
be awesome,
sure.
man.
Now I know you've got some early records out there. They're no longer available, or they're difficult to find anyway. Um, will we ever see those? Will any re-releases? Does that interest you at all? The history of the band. Would you do something like that?
We're thinking about it actually. Still haven't found the time though, because I love to write new stuff. I always wanna.
Definitely.
I never don't want to stop. And time is always short, and we feel like the pressure of we need to, you know, do stuff, new stuff, because we wasted. I mean, we lost time
Yeah.
back then. So we wanted to keep going and give people like a lot of new stuff, of course, but it would be worth it probably to consider a remaster of some of the oldest records. That would be interesting. Just need to find the files though. I don't know
Yeah.
where they are, man. Oh my, it's I don't know, prehistorical stuff. Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that'd be awesome for sure.
Yeah, that would be really cool for the fans like Mary in Florida and so many others. Would love that. Are you looking at the possibility of touring? Speaking of Florida, touring in the U.S. or North America, is that something you're looking at?
Oh man, absolutely. I'd love to. See, man, I can't wait. I need to get out of here. I just want to be I want to be out there. And that's also the reason why we wanted to get like we wanted to have like say a different kind of sound compared to the other bands here around in black scene, because me honestly, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but just say it feels always the same old stuff, and it feels sometimes you can't even recognize who's playing.
Yeah.
And we always had this kind of double solo, and people were listening to us and were like, no, but this is not a gothic band, because here in Germany, gothic always sounding like, you know, the singers are not even actually singing. They're like this low vocal range and even the same kind of sound production. And that feels weird, man. Honestly, in my world, I have a rock soul, you know. I love darkness. It's part of me. I cannot get it out, man. I can't just,
Right.
you know, but I don't want to, because I love the dark atmospheres and the, you know, dramatic topics. But sound wise, yeah, we are a rock band, you know, and maybe this is the time with this record to get out of here and then let the world listen to us the best way ever, you know?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man,
yeah, man.
I would love to see you out here. I think the at least the people that I know and hang with and the audiences that I see would love what you guys are doing. For sure. I will do my best to get this out there to my audience. And man, I would love to see. I'm in Chicago, so you know,
Whoa, man.
it would be great to see you guys in Chicago. Man, would that be awesome?
Well,
Super.
man, that'd be awesome for real.
That'd be great, man. We'll keep in touch,
Yeah,
man. We'll keep in touch, Chris. And
sure.
yeah, when you come out here, we'll treat you well and you get the word out. And man, I can't wait.
Too kind, man.
I see it happening, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome,
awesome.
man.
Chris, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you. I appreciate the music. It's been awesome. Thank you.
Man, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. Awesome. It was awesome, man.
Absolutely.
Feels good, man.
All right. Take care, Chris.
You too, man. Have a
All
good
right.
one.
Bye bye.
Bye.